Yo, what's up guys, Felix from Flipping Medical Commodities University. Welcome to a brand new year. Happy New Year. In this video, I wanted to give you guys another breakdown about how to start the business of buying and reselling medical commodities. So I hope you guys can see what I have on this whiteboard, but in reality, if you can't, this business of buying and reselling diabetic testing supplies, the business that has over 40, almost 50 million nationwide customers and clients. The business that I've been doing since 2015, I've made over 7 figures doing this business. I'm gonna explain this business in basically 3 steps. So it's a pretty simple concept business, but just like any other business, you have to go out there, you have to take action, you have to put in work. And in this video, I'm gonna explain exactly how to do that. Let me take a sip of water and let's explain how this works. So the first part of this business is marketing. Just like any other business, you have to market, you have to get your name out there, you have to tell people that you're looking to pay cash for diabetic testing supplies. You can do this in a variety of different ways. Some of my most effective marketing strategies are up here on the whiteboard. Actually, if you guys are like entrepreneurs and you guys are looking for ways to improve your setup or your office, this right here is actually a glass board. So if you guys know, when you guys have a whiteboard, if you leave something on the whiteboard for 2, 3, 4 weeks, it actually like stays on there. But having a glass board, I've left things on here for over a month at a time, and when I wipe it off or clean it off, it absolutely leaves no streaks, no marks, and it's really effective for ideas and notes that you want to leave up there long term. But back to how to buy and resell medical commodities, or AKA diabetic testing strips or diabetic testing supplies. Like I said, there are like 40, 50 million diabetics in the nation, and all those people are potential customers for you. So some of my most effective marketing strategies have been, just recently in the past year and a half, have been Facebook ads. Facebook ads in this business are known to be very difficult and almost impossible. Facebook will ban your account, flag your ad, and basically just not let you advertise. But I figured out how to actually use Facebook ads for the business of buying and reselling diabetic medical commodities. The next thing is Craigslist ads, bandit signs, business cards, word of mouth, and stickers. Those are all of my most effective strategies. Inside of my training course, I give those plus a few more, but I just tell people, hey, get your name out there. However you know how to get your name out there, if you've done it for other businesses, if you've done it for real estate, if you've done it for anything as simple as a yard sale, if you know how to get your name out there, then use that same strategy to get people to know that you're paying cash for diabetic testing supplies. Like I said, I have a course that's available. I can show you how to do this business, but I'm going to give you guys free game. You don't really need my course. It's just really if you want to get access to my buyers, right? But even if you don't want to get access to my buyers, I'm still going to tell you how you can get access to buyers without needing to take my course. So get your name out there and basically put on some sort of marketing, right? I'm going to just draw a, this could be a business card, this could be a sign, and you're basically just going to say, my handwriting, when not careful, is awful. But basically, you're just going to write cash for diabetic test strips. Diabetic test. And I literally have like preschooler handwriting. But you guys know the message. So basically, 3 to 4 lines. Cash for diabetic test strips, cash for diabetic testing supplies, and your phone number. So assuming this piece of marketing, whether it was a bandit signs, a flyer, a business card, was a little bit bigger, I'd put my phone number down below. I recommend you get some sort of, secondary number, whether it's an AT&T secondary plan, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, maybe Google Voice. There's a whole mess of apps you can use. You can get a prepaid number. So basically tell people that you're paying cash for diabetic testing supplies. From there, people are going to call you, and it's good to have a screening question. So you're going to want to know a variety of things about the supplies, and I actually have a box right here. Let me grab it real quick. So as you can see right here, this is just an extra box I have in my office. But what you're going to want to know is how many boxes they have. You're going to want to know when they expire, what's the condition, and then you're going to want to make an offer. But number 2 and number 3 kind of go hand in hand, because you're only going to know what to offer based on what you're able to sell your supplies for. So if you have direct private buyers, like I put right here, if you have direct private buyers, then you know exactly how much you could sell your diabetic testing supplies before you even buy them. So I know what this sells. And I'm basically going to want to pay about half to a third of what this sells so that I can make a profit. So assume, for great math, that this sells for $100, right? I'd want to pay for this box, and this sells for around like $50 to $60, but assume that this sells for about $100, right? I'm going to want to pay around $30 to $40, somewhere between $30 to $40 for this box. Now assume a client has 10 of these boxes left over. They've seen your sign, whether they've seen your Facebook ad, your Craigslist post, your banner signs, your business cards. Maybe one of your clients told their friend who told their friend. Now they're calling you saying, hey, I have diabetic testing supplies. Say they have 10 boxes. Now that's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for someone to have a few boxes, 10 boxes, 15 boxes, 20 boxes. And the reason this business is so lucrative and legit is because a client who sells me this box today will come back in a month or in 2 months, 30, 60, 90, 120 days and sell me their boxes that they get extra every single month. Just for example, you don't need to know anybody who does this business, but my father, like, he's a diabetic. So my father gets like 10 extra boxes every single month that he doesn't need. He gives them to me, I sell them to my private buyers, and we basically split the profit down the middle. But assume a client gets, let's just go on the low side, 5 of those extra boxes per month, and while they sell for 50, 60, we're just going to assume that they sell for 100. And as far as how much the boxes sell for, typically you're buying the boxes between 20 and 30 and reselling for 50 to 60. So you're usually doubling to tripling your money. So assuming this box sells for 100, we're going to try to buy it for 40. So that's 10 times 40 is how much we're paying for all 10 boxes. That's 400. We're reselling them all for 1,000. So we paid 400, we're reselling them for 1,000. We're going to make a $600 profit. And as far as the boxes we buy, this box right here is Freestyle Lite. So that's FSL. We have OTU, which is One Touch Ultra. We have AC, which is AccuCheck, and we have BC, which is Bayer Contour. There's a whole bunch of diabetic testing supplies, such as I just dropped the box. Such as, you know, let me think. There's there's Rely On. There is, I'm drawing a blank, but basically there is a whole variety of diabetic testing supplies. Let me actually pull up some other brands of diabetic test strips. Because the reason I don't know any other brands because I simply only buy these. So Clever Choice, True Metrics. Let's see what else we got. We got Advocate. We got Embrace. We got Care Serve. What else we have? We have Leader LEI. We have Even Care, Rely On, Easy Touch, Health Pro. There's a bunch of brands. There's probably hundreds of different brands that you can buy. But if you really want to make money, you're going to want to buy One Touch Ultra, AccuCheck, Freestyle Lite, and Bayer Contour. Now, the last step, so you get the marketing, people are calling you, you're buying the supplies. You want to know how many they have, what condition they're in, when do they expire. You know, is the box in good condition? Is it sealed, right? You don't want to buy a box that you can see right here. You don't want to buy a box that's open, right? As you can see right here, if this little seal is ripped, you can't buy it. You can buy it, but you're not going to be able to resell it. So once you are you're doing your marketing, you're getting leads, people are calling you, you're buying the boxes. Now, the reason, like I said, I love this business and why it's so lucrative is because there's repeat customers. The secondary factor is because I don't have to use eBay. You know, if you don't have access to private buyers, you're going to have to use something like eBay, and I hope you guys can see it in screen. You should be able to. If you're gonna want to use eBay. Now, eBay's not totally bad. The only thing I really don't like about eBay is just the rules, the fees, the limits, and the chargebacks. Besides that, eBay's not really bad. You can kind of pull people off eBay, but you have to be careful because you could get flagged. But you could ask them in a way with like, you can ask them kind of for their phone number, more or less, not really, but you can. I have gotten people to give me their phone number through messaging saying, hey, let's try to talk some business offline so we can definitely do more business with eBay. I just want to introduce myself and talk to you and understand who you are as a buyer. But if you go to eBay and you go to the sold listings, right, you can then see what the box is reselling for. So you can see that this box on eBay is probably selling for, you know, $10 to $20 less than what my private buyers buy it for, right? And then you're having to deal with all new people. But basically, you go to eBay and you click on the sold listings, and then you know exactly what this box is selling for, or maybe a box of One Touch Ultra is selling for, or a box of AccuCheck is selling for. So you know what the box is selling for, and therefore you can figure out what you want to pay for the box when you go to buy it from your client. So you kind of get an idea from eBay as far as what all the boxes resell for. It's not going to be exactly or as high as what a private buyer that I give inside of my course of the Medical Commodities University and access to all my students to, but they're still almost as good. But that's basically the business in a nutshell. You put out marketing telling people, hey, I'm not going to pay cash for diabetic test strips. You're looking to buy basically 4 different brands. And just off the gate, before you buy the brands, you go to eBay, go to sold listings, you can see what all the boxes resell for. And you're going to want to basically decide from there what the boxes are reselling for, and then therefore you know what to buy them for. A good rule of thumb is just double your money. I always like to try to triple my money. So if I know a box resells for 100, I'll try to buy it for somewhere between, like, you know, basically 33% of 100, which is like, we're basically at $33. So somewhere between, like, you know, 30 and like 50. If you buy 10 boxes at 50 and they're reselling for 100, you know, that's like a $500 profit. The name of the game is volume. You're not going to get rich off one box. You get rich off hundreds of boxes. I buy hundreds and hundreds of boxes every single week, and that's how I'm able to do this business. So you're doing the marketing. You're telling people you're paying cash for diabetic testing supplies. You're only going to be looking to buy One Touch Ultra, AccuCheck Freestyle Bayer Contour. You can figure out what the boxes resell for on eBay, and therefore you can figure out what you want to buy them for, and then you go to eBay and you go to resell them. Now keep in mind, make sure you keep in contact with all the people that call you, right? All the people that sell you their diabetic testing supplies, because there's a good chance that these people in, you know, a month, 2 months, 3 months will get these boxes over and over and over, and then therefore you can buy them over and over and over and then resell them. And then every single client is like a mini rental unit. Say one client brings you 5 boxes a month, a second client brings you 3 boxes a month, a third client brings you 10 boxes a month, a fourth client brings you 20 boxes every 2 months. And it really builds up, and you can get a really nice residual factor from this business over time. So there you guys have it. That is basically how you buy and resell diabetic medical commodities or diabetic testing supplies. Marketing, buying, and picking up the supplies. Always do the pickups in like local places, maybe at like a Starbucks, a McDonald's, somewhere that's safe and secure. Don't go to people's houses. And then basically go on eBay and then resell them. Make sure you keep the customers that you can follow up with them in, you know, over the course of a few months. And if you want to know exactly how to do this business, then tap in with the link in the description below. I have a 15-minute explainer video that I go in depth, more than I already did in this video, about how this business works. And you guys can learn more about what my course entails. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.